Hello, my name is Dr. Elizabeth Ejari, and today I want to talk to you about cervical cancer. This is important because cervical cancer is largely a preventable disease, and yet, unfortunately, most of our women die of it because they present for medical care when the disease is already advanced. We need you to join us in the fight against cervical cancer. But how can you do that when you have many questions yourself about what it is and what you are expected to do? This short video is designed to create and increase awareness by answering the essential questions you might have. It is hoped that you will take a moment to watch and listen, and please share this knowledge at every opportunity. To begin with, what is cervical cancer? Generally, cancer is a disease in which the cells in the body grow out of control. Cancer is mostly named for the part of the body where it starts. When cancer starts in the cervix or the mouth of the womb, it is called cervical cancer. The cervix is an opening of the womb into the vagina. It is about 3 centimeters long and has a cylindrical shape, as you can see in the picture. So what causes cervical cancer? The vast majority of cervical cancer cases are caused by genital infection with a virus named human papilloma virus, or the HPV. This virus is passed from one person to another, mainly through sexual intercourse. Certain HPV types, referred to as high-risk HPV, can cause changes on a woman's cervix and lead to cervical cancer over time, while other types, termed as low-risk HPV, can cause genital or skin warts. Most people will get infected with HPV at some time in their lives, but usually the body's defense system fights the infection and gets rid of it naturally within a few years. If this does not happen for any reason, the infection persists and over time the disease develops. At the beginning, for many years, there will be no sign or symptom to let the woman know that she has this infection. Signs and symptoms develop when the changes in the cervix caused by the virus has advanced, and especially when cancer develops. Depending on the stage the disease has reached, the signs and symptoms may include offensive vaginal discharge, lower abdominal discomfort or pain, vaginal bleeding in between menstrual periods, vaginal bleeding after sex, weight loss. What increases the chance of a woman getting HPV infection and developing cervical cancer? These are termed the risk factors and include starting to have sex early at a young age, having more than one sexual partner within the same period, that is, having multiple sexual partners, having had sex with different men in their lifetime, or smoking cigarettes, having HIV or other sexually transmitted infections. How does having HIV affect getting HPV infection and developing cervical cancer? Females living with HIV infection are at a greater risk of developing cervical cancer after contracting HPV infections because their immune system, which is supposed to fight the virus, is affected by the HIV. Because of this, the HPV infection easily persists in the cervix and more often causes changes in the cells that become cervical cancer. Therefore, HIV-infected women with HPV may develop cervical cancer easily and hence at a younger age than expected. What can be done to prevent cervical cancer? You can take actions to prevent or reduce the chance of getting infected with HPV. These may include practice the safe sex as might relate to your age and situation, which include A. Abstinence from sex. B. Be faithful to a faithful partner. C. Correct and consistent use of condoms. Know also that there is a vaccine for young girls to take before they begin having sex, as well as other category of women, which protects against some of the HPV types. For more information on HPV vaccination, contact health workers. Then also, you should get screening for cervical cancer. For women who have HIV, it is recommended that screening starts at 25 years, while for women who are HIV negative, screening starts at 30 years. The screening can be done in a number of ways, including and sometimes in combinations of testing for the HPV infection, checking the cervix to see if any changes due to HPV infection is happening. Again, there are a number of ways this can be done, and the names you will likely hear are pap smear, colposcopy, visual inspection with acetic acid or VIA. Based on the screening which is done, your HIV status and other factors, if the result is negative, each woman will be told when to test again and must follow the schedule. Generally, HIV positive women have shorter screening intervals. Again, your age and other factors will be used to determine when and if you no longer need to be screened for cervical cancer. For more information on cervical cancer screening, contact health workers. But is there any treatment at all? Yes, there is treatment for the various stages of the changes or lesions on the cervix before they develop into cervical cancer. That is why cervical screening is important, so that any change or lesion found can be treated and the woman cured. This is even more important for women living with HIV in particular. Late-stage diagnosed cervical cancer is not curable, but at that stage, supportive care can be given to the woman and the family. Again, the key is prevention. You do not have to get to that advanced point at all. In conclusion, I hope the information provided has been helpful. As has been indicated, please do not hesitate to contact the nearest health facility for more information. The whole world is waking up to tackle cervical cancer, and each person must take charge of their lives and ensure we work together to eliminate cervical cancer. Together, we can do this. Thank you.
If you are a woman and you've been able to watch the video till the end, then I have good news for you, because the Cape Coast Teaching Hospital is having a free screening of the cervical cancer, and it is from this month, May, to the end of May. That is where the free screening is. But if you are unable to make it, you can always try again after this month, but it will be at a fee. Early screening and detection is very important. Thank you all for watching.